When you first hear about OpenClaw, it sounds like absolute magic. You are pitched a powerful AI employee that runs its own computer, uses your apps, and works for you while you sleep. But then, you look at the onboarding docs. Gateways, MCPs, heartbeats, skills, nodes, cron jobs. It is overwhelming. And that's completely normal. I am going to walk you through the actual life cycle of an OpenClaw automation. We are covering the 15 core concepts, what they mean, the dangerous edge cases that will secretly drain your API budget, and the exact unbreakable setups we use in our own production environments. If you skip this, you will build a fragile toy. If you master these 15 concepts, you will build a scalable AI workforce. Now that we know what we are going to do, let's get started. Section 1. The infrastructure. Where does it live? The first concept we're going to talk about today is the agent versus chatbot question. So, what exactly is OpenClaw? Well, normal chatbots like ChatGPT just talk. You ask a question, they answer. OpenClaw is an agent. Your OpenClaw bot has its own computer, manages files, and literally clicks buttons in your apps. It's the difference between a smart friend on the phone and a dedicated employee sitting at a desk. Now that you know what an agent is, the second concept is where it actually works, the workspace. Because your OpenClaw is a digital employee, you have to give it a physical desk. For quick testing, this workspace is just an isolated folder on your MacBook where the agent can safely read and write files without accidentally deleting your family photos. 3. To actually deploy your bot, concept number 3 is Dockerization versus bare metal. What does bare metal mean? It just means installing OpenClaw directly onto your MacBook or Windows computer using your native operating system. And listen closely, that is perfectly fine to get started. Learning OpenClaw on bare metal is vastly better than getting overwhelmed by containers and not learning it at all. However, if you are doing a serious installation, setting this up on an external VPS, or charging corporations for deployment services, you cannot just dump raw code onto their servers. You have to learn Docker. Docker wraps your agent inside an unbreakable, standardized vault. If your agent crashes in the middle of the night, Docker automatically restarts it in milliseconds. Bare metal is for learning. Docker is for business. 4. Once your OpenClaw is running, the fourth concept is its central brain, the gateway and nodes. This setup starts by generating the gateway. The gateway is the central brain routing traffic in the cloud. But how does that cloud brain control your local MacBook to say, open your web browser? That requires a node. You run a node silently on your laptop, which connects back to the gateway using the secure ACP, Agent Control Protocol. Concept 5. To physically talk to that brain, our fifth concept is the communication channels. These are essentially the phone lines, like Telegram, email, or Slack, which is how you actually text your agent on your phone. One invisible brain, many different nodes, limbs, and many different communication channels, ears and mouth. Section 2. The fuel. How does it pay to think? 6. Moving on to how the AI literally thinks and costs money, concept 6 is tokens and the context window. Every word your agent reads or writes is cut into fractions called tokens, which are the fundamental currency of AI. But models also have a context window, an invisible memory limit. If your conversation gets too long and exceeds this window, the agent physically breaks down and cannot process the next message. You must fiercely protect this window. Concept 7 is the financial edge case nobody warns you about. API keys versus flat fee subscriptions. If you plug a raw Anthropic or OpenAI API key directly into OpenClaw, you pay per token. That is an uncapped, unlimited billing risk. If your bot gets stuck in an infinite loop while you are sleeping, you will wake up to a massive, non-refundable invoice. The best solution to this dilemma is to protect yourself by using completely free models on OpenRouter or by signing up for a flat-fee AI subscription. Flat-fee subscriptions give you access to top-tier commercial models, but they act as a financial circuit breaker. If your bot loops, your maximum damage is strictly capped at your monthly price. The AI market changes rapidly, so we constantly hunt down the best free setups and the top flat-fee deals, and we keep that list updated for you inside my Skool community. Concept 8 gives you direct manual control from your phone. Master chat commands. You always have manual control over the agent directly through your chat window. If you type commands, you can see the full list of default options. Things like status to check health, new to spawn a fresh session, models to switch providers, or pair for mobile devices. Plus, as you add new custom skills to your agent, new shortcut commands automatically generate. For example, if you install the Google Workspace skill, you instantly get a new GOG command right in Telegram to manage your Gmail and calendar. Section 3. The brain. How does the AI agent know you? Concept number 9. The control stack, steering the LLM with rule files. Now that you understand memory and context, let's talk about what OpenClaw actually is. Think of it like a horse and a jockey. The LLM, Claude or GPT, is the horse. It is pure, raw power. But without a rider, a horse just wanders around aimlessly. OpenClaw is the jockey. It doesn't have the brain power of the horse, but it provides the rules and the steering to make that power go exactly where you want it. OpenClaw isn't a sentient being. At its core, it is just a sophisticated set of rules living in a few simple markdown files. These files sit directly on top of your agent's memory, and their entire job is to use their tools to steer that raw large language model to act like your employee instead of a generic chatbot. This invisible control stack is made up of 4 specific rulebooks that are reread every single time the horse takes a step. Soul.md. This is the personality. It's where you hard-code the vibe and the fundamental logic of how the agent thinks. User.md. This is the identity layer. It tells the jockey who you are, your time zone, your projects, and your preferences. Agents.md. This is the strict operating manual. It contains the unbreakable guardrails, like never delete a file without manual confirmation. Tools.md. This is the legal permission slip. It defines exactly which external apps or limbs the agent is allowed to use for the current task. When you understand this, you realize that coding an AI agent isn't about complex syntax. It's about writing clear, dominant rules in these files to make sure the AI stays on the tracks and actually does its task. Section 4. Action and execution. Doing the work. Concept 10 is the actual secret sauce of automation. The Agentic loop marker. When you give the agent a prompt, it doesn't just reply blindly. Your OpenClaw bot enters a loop. It thinks, uses a tool, reads the result, realizes it made an error, fixes the error, and repeats this cycle completely invisibly until the task is actually finished. This can be both a feature and a bug. If you have selected your LLM thinking engine correctly, either local models or a monthly subscription model with a circuit breaker, you can use the looping agent as a very crude way to get SHIT done. But if you are paying for your computational power with API per token billing, you can quickly rack up a huge bill with the slightest looping operation. Concept 11 is how your agent actually uses external apps, skills, MCP servers, and plugins. So how does your bot actually connect to these apps? Using 3 distinct methods. Skills are custom playbooks teaching the agent exactly how to act. And you don't even have to code them. You can download them instantly from ClawHub, the official app store for OpenClaw. MCP servers are universal external adapters. They plug OpenClaw deeply into proprietary business stacks like Google Calendar or Notion. Plugins, however, are deep JavaScript extensions that literally rewrite how the core engine works. Use plugins incredibly carefully. 12. Building an entire team, multi-agent and sub-agents. Your single gateway can host multiple agents simultaneously. Having a dedicated developer agent and a separate marketing agent running on the exact same server is what we call a multi-agent setup. When you hear the term sub-agents, it's the exact same technology. It just means your core OpenClaw spins up a temporary intern. Your main agent delegates a heavy background task to a sub-agent, and the sub-agent reports back when the work is finished, keeping your main chat window clean. Concept 13. How professionals troubleshoot. Telemetry and logs. When an agent inevitably fails to use a skill, beginners panic. Professionals read the logs. Telemetry and terminal logs are your agent's exact brainwaves. They show exactly which step the agent took, why the tool failed, and the raw error code. Stop guessing and start reading your logs. Section 5. Proactive autonomy. Thinking ahead. Concept number 14, the final danger zone, memory. Most normal AI forgets your conversation when you close the chat. But your OpenClaw stores daily notes, a running diary of everything the bot completed today. When conversations get too long, your OpenClaw silently curates the most important facts from those notes and writes them into Memory.md, making it a truly personalized assistant over months and years. Concept number 15, the final core concept. Heartbeats versus cron jobs. Normal AI models sit passively, waiting for you to talk. A heartbeat, however, is an internal pulse that wakes the agent up every 30 minutes to proactively check if anything needs attention on its agenda. Cron jobs are strict, exact scheduled automations, like running a security audit exactly at 7 a.m. every Monday. And there you have it. You now understand exactly how the most powerful open-source AI agent on Earth actually works under the hood. Look, knowing the terminology is just step one, but actually building a secure automated business with OpenClaw, setting up those servers, tightly isolating the Docker containers, routing cost-effective API models efficiently, and acquiring high-paying B2B clients, that is an entirely different game. That is exactly why I created the Skool community. We have comprehensive step-by-step masterclasses on how to deploy this locked-down, optimized stack for yourself, and how to sell it as a $1,000 done-for-you service to local businesses. Right now, we are running a 7-day free trial. You pay nothing to look inside. The link is in the description. If this video helped clear the fog, hit the like button and subscribe. It costs you nothing but helps the channel immensely. See you in the next one.